What do you think the worst parts you've had? What meat?
Taco Bell, I think, has never gone through me the way it's supposed to.
I don't think it's supposed to go through anybody the way it's supposed to go through.
I don't think it's supposed to go through anybody.
The
Filth Queen out now, streaming now on Netflix. Bye-bye.
That's it.
Watch Filth Queen 5 times, leave it on, and go into another room, turn on Dr. Phil Live.
Okay, let's get going. Sorry, there's dog hair in your fucking mouth. Guess whose dog hair it is? And now she's gonna lick her asshole. Adam Ray, thank you so much for being here.
I love first-time caller, long-time listener. My dog Bagel has been licking her asshole profusely. And
glands.
The glands.
Yes.
I was about to say prolapsed anus, but that's like for people, that's a different thing. That's
Bulgarian weightlifters.
Yeah. So, but they get, their glands need to be suppressed.
Yes.
Or what is it?
Yes, they need to be squeezed out.
Squeezed out. So we've had to do that a few times. Not us, but the dog. And, but recently Bagel was licking my face and my sweet wife goes, "You might not want to reciprocate on that kiss. She's been licking her asshole." I go, "How about a little bit more, immediacy to that sentence? You're really cash about like, by the way."
After she's already been licking you.
After tongue all the way down my throat.
Because it smells like fish.
Yikes.
Is the issue. It gets fishy. She gets fishy ass. Susan's in here, and the YouTubers, the people who watch this love when she's on. The audio listeners. Wait, you've done this podcast. You were the first one to do it ever in the studio at All Things Comedy.
Yeah.
And
but you made a switch.
Back.
Yeah.
I mean.
You had to go local.
Look at this.
From farm to table.
Look at this set.
I love this.
What are we doing here? We're in a doctor's office.
Yeah.
We're in a Facebook Market doctor's office.
Some doctor, it's probably already happening, should have a podcast, but have it be in called waiting room or something, right?
What they have to. That's technically, I wanted this to be a waiting room, but then I found the scale and it looked cool. I
love this. And the cowboy hat signifies what?
Well, the cowboy hat's not in the shot, but that was just Jefferson. Ooh, cut that out, Ross. No, that was just in there.
Is Ross name your fake producer or a real guy?
No, he's my editor.
Okay, great.
I produce a podcast. See all this?
Yeah, thanks for nothing, Ross.
Look at all this.
The stars are just like us. They hang their own cowboy hats out of frame. They buy their own skeletons on Temu.
I did all this
You made that?
with this girl, Katie. Yeah, she set the whole thing up, and now she's choking because you licked your ass too much. She's got the biggest asshole and pussy on the planet.
Let's cut to a clip. Wait, asshole and pussy?
Oh yeah, both big. Look at her, and she knows what I'm talking about. She gets the whites in her eyes. Did you see that sketch? I'm sure you saw it. The making fun of Kill Tony, that video game.
So funny. Oh yeah.
When they said Adam Ray as SpongeBob SquarePants, I actually pissed my pants laughing.
Really funny.
That's one of the best sketches I think I've ever seen in my entire life. If you haven't watched it,
oh yeah. Well, it's anything that is. First of all, it's just so clever. And you rarely get to see the video game stuff tied into any sketch.
Yeah.
And so to see a show that's so, quote unquote popular, depending on who you are. And I have such and I'm so glad, and you're probably at the same place, such a healthy, laugh at myself, don't take stuff seriously.
Yes.
And also, look, do I still get perturbed if there is a comment that's so negative? But it's more of what a bummer that somebody took the time. That's an extra level of hate when you get real specific too. But now even if somebody messaged me something like we just stopped doing the Dr. Phil's at the Comedy Store, and somebody posted on the pictures like a year too late, and it bounces off because I'm just like, okay.
Sorry, because you're not getting a ticket because every single one was fucking sold out in seconds.
Or whatever it is. But so even when I say a Kill Tony thing, a buddy of mine sent to me, it was like, well, bro, this was fucked. And I was like, well, you need to adjust the way you look at things. Because this is hilarious, well executed. The putting me in there, I felt flattered by.
Yes, you should be.
And then also to say I was SpongeBob. And when they cut to Kimball, he travels with Theo now. He hosted for me in Zany's at Nashville, but the bald guy with the stash.
Yes.
Who basically was like, dude, he's so good or whatever. Or you can't even tell it's him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It was.
Because that was a funny layered joke because hopefully with some of the characters, the makeup is pretty good. You can't tell
and
sometimes.
SpongeBob
is a sheet over my face. Yeah. So for him to go, you can't even tell is really funny.
It was making fun, but in such a clever way that it's it's not like just being bluntly.
It didn't feel like. And look, and whether there was any true under tones of jabbing at the show, which there could have been.
Oh, there was.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
The ending for sure, and I was
For sure.
laughy faces.
Oh, yeah.
And I was hardy.
Where you get?
I was in the comments.
Wait,
you
what
better
did-
believe.
yeah, yeah, but
The
what did
second
it-
thing, because there's a lot of you're one of the nice men who doesn't cheat on his wife, who loves his wife.
Yeah.
We talk about Amanda all the time.
Bad
She's
out of
great.
my league. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys, I'm sure, do use that credit to be like, fucking suck my dick, I'm Uncle Tony.
I just like. I also every time I go on the show, that's why I like doing the characters was like my way to have fun.
Yeah.
On a show that I didn't not enjoy, I was like, well, how can I find my way on this without feeding into what has become a little bit of the norm as far as like how the guests are,
Yes.
like. And I'm like, I've known Tony forever, so I don't have to be. I don't have to like do what I think he's gonna like. I'll do what and whether
Yeah.
it fits or not is TBD.
And
but
you're not being an asshole. You're not funny. You're just doing it in character
Yeah.
and being a funny person.
yeah. Well,
Which
maybe,
is-
and if I am being an asshole, it's through an old woman or a fake
And
doctor,
it's-
a real doctor.
A real doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
But we haven't actually seen the certificate, so
So that was the last Dr. Phil. I had such a blast with Dr. Phil.
you murdered.
I've
I'm so
done-
glad
I've
you got
done
to
it
do
twice
it
now.
on the road and
Yes.
homegrown.
So am I.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to got to do.
Yeah.
Were you doing JFL?
Doing JFL. Will you be out? Oh yeah, you'll be out there.
I don't know.
okay.
As
Oh,
of
yeah.
right now,
Trying
I'm
to work
not.
it out,
As
yeah.
of right now, I'm at
Joseph.
a wedding in upstate New York. Joseph.
Are you a big wedding girl?
I like them. I'm
Yeah.
such a sap. I just went to a comics wedding in the Poconos
Did you cry?
camp. I sob.
Yeah.
I'm a sobber.
Good.
I act like I'm not a crier. Big crier.
Imagine meeting somebody that like doesn't cry at weddings, or at least get like if you like put your hand on their hand during it and like held it, like they didn't do anything, or they looked at you like, what do you?
That's
you all right?
Jefferson. Jefferson's tear ducts are clogged with cement. I'm convinced. He's only ever once cried, and it was at the end of Babe, when the pig puts all the sheep into the thing and the gate closes. I feel something. I go, what? I hear, and I'm like, what was that? He has one singular tear, and I'm like, you're a murderer.
Yeah,
That's
one
the
single
old-
tear.
at
Unless
Babe.
you're an Indian on a gum wrapper or a fucking
Terrifying.
psycho.
Psycho. That's it.
Wait,
I could get
Babe?
murdered in front of him, and he'd be like, shucks.
For a
But
second, I thought you
swear to
meant.
God, I swear to God, it's crazy.
I thought you meant Babe, the movie that John Goodman starred in about Babe Ruth, because that has
No.
some twists and turns that can pull at the heartstrings.
No. Babe.
Wait, so
the
Babe
pig.
gets. First of all, haven't seen it. Thanks for spoiling the ending.
Oh,
No, I have
wow.
seen it.
Can you imagine? You get so pissed that this is what I spoil?
I walk out. I take Suze with me.
She would actually go with you.
Wait, so the end of Babe, the pig gets freed.
No, the pig finally
Gets eaten.
No, you need to watch Babe. If the pig like rallies all the sheep, they listen, they respect the pig, and
So
all
the
the
sheep are like, "Fuck you, Babe." The whole
Yes.
movie, you're just bacon.
Yes, and then they finally rally them in because that's so the pig. Usually dogs do that. Rally the
What happened to the dogs?
dog.
They were in
the
Air
dog
Bud.
was sick or something. I don't know how.
The dog got cast in Lassie 6.
But then the pig like does the dog's job, and for some reason that really just gets him going. It's really upsetting because we'll get in huge fights, and I'll be sobbing, and he'll just be like stoic.
Wow.
So now it's his brother's wedding. So now I got to see if there's any waterworks for this.
If he doesn't cry during his brother's wedding, are they close?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get
There's
emotional.
no way he will. And then he'll have me going, this could be us. And then he'll be like, no, I don't like this behavior. Please stop.
Wait, what do you cry at movies?
I cry all the time.
Yeah.
I can cry right now for no reason.
Great.
I could just.
Are you gonna cry during your Netflix?
I
you
actually
give a
cried-
speech during the. You cried when you found out you got
I
it.
bawled when I found out I got it, and I cried 2 weeks ago when they announced it on Netflix.
Yeah.
I opened my app and
I'm glad.
I bawled, and now
It's
I
wild.
cried again. Someone just tagged me. There's a photo right now. So this is it. This is the first episode that comes out. My fucking special's out. It's been out for a day. If you're listening
Go
to
watch
this,
it.
go watch
It's
it.
incredible.
Leave this. No
You're
offense,
looking
Adam,
at. Here's what I'll say about you too, Steph. I love saying when somebody, and I only throw this around to. There's only a handful of people I feel about this. You're one of one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that. I like.
There's
the
only one
one-on-one.
Steph Tolev. There's people. Everyone's got. Look, everyone's got a. They're like, you can do that for anybody.
Yeah.
But as far as like, for me and getting to know you over these past few years, and also just like seeing you on stage, not just on clips, but live,
Yeah.
and seeing you in different avenues and formats, 101.
That's
So
nice.
go see the special.
What the heck?
It's called what again?
Filth Queen.
Filth Queen.
The skeleton's wearing the
Great.
shirt.
Yeah.
You got to market. You got to brand yourself.
Where does the title come from?
I've just been like doing dirty jokes for a long time, and then I just think I added Queen to make it seem like it was not as nasty.
I love that. And
Like filthy bitch. It's too much.
it's too much. That's
Filth Queen, like,
Filth Queen.
softens
Great idea.
Yeah.
Was that Netflix's call or your call?
No, my call, because it was the tour. My name of the tour last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
They give you some notes, right?
I really didn't get that many notes.
Great.
I was very happy.
Great.
The only notes I got was to take out some crowd work, because I was
Yeah.
told not to do it. And
I mean, whatever.
But I want to do
But
a
you can keep the
little
clips
bit.
and like put them elsewhere, probably, right?
Yeah. So I think I gotta find those. But
Which,
yeah,
by the way, you
it's-
post enough crowd work. Like, let
posting enough crowd
this
work.
be just bits, right?
Yeah, we've posted enough crowd work. We're done with crowd work. It's never gonna end.
It shouldn't.
It has to. This has to end. I'm hoping that this special is Susan in your mouth right now.
Huh?
Is there somebody?
No, I
in
feel
your
like
mouth?
I've got like a little. There, I got it. I had a little
Susan hair?
skin at the end of my lip.
Skin.
Yeah.
I just did a podcast and I had the whole white things all on my lips, and no one told me.
You didn't have like the caked. You
I
ever see
didn't have
that?
the
My
caked.
rabbi, shout out to my rabbi. I'm not going to say his name. He did our wedding. He was brilliant. He came in right after I got bar mitzvah. He was the new guy. I actually put my foot down. They go, "You're going to get the new rabbi." I was like, "Fuck that shit." I've been with Rabbi Hirsch. I'll say his name, and he did my bar mitzvah because I was like, I'm not taking this new guy. I get new rabbi.
No, you can't have a new rabbi.
No, right? Like, and they were like, but he's fresh. He's coming up from here. Like, he's fresh out of the case. He's stamina.
They said fresh out of the
He's got
case.
stamina too. I was like, he
Stamina.
circumcised you. I'm like, I've already happened, but like,
What is he doing? Jumping jacks?
yeah.
He's doing burpees?
I bring him. He's doing burpees.
That'd be so
But
funny.
he's got a heavy case of there's a name for it.
Yeah, what is that?
It's like
Are
yeast
you
infection in your
parched?
mouth. It's not parched. He was plenty hydrated.
Okay, you just said
But
he had the water pack, the camel pack.
It's just, oh man, it's almost like when the the dentist, they put that thing where they go suck after they
Yeah,
put all the
yeah,
stuff in here.
yeah.
He needs that all the time. It's rough, dude. And during the wedding, it popped out a few times during important
God.
moments and speeches. And I had to say at the wedding one point, close your mouth, and I said, everybody turn away. No, I didn't say it. But
I was like, oh my God, Adam, I don't know you at all.
you know what I did say though? He put at one point tallis, like the sheet over my wife and I. It was just like one moment. There was a lot of there was some Jewy things we could do. He kind of gave me a full menu, and we kept it light. We had apps.
Yeah.
And not really because even though my wife was like, my grandpa, I don't want to say he's a Holocaust denier, but he's a big Mel Gibson fan.
Okay.
It's kind of how she phrased it. To where I didn't want him to be there being like,
Whoa, this is a lot.
we step on the glass and he screams, whatever. I don't know. He's old school.
Okay, yes.
And
yes.
and then old but also wild. I hate justifying that type of behavior with they grew up in a different
It's
time.
like, no, you can
well, are they
change
still
the
living in
time.
this time?
Yeah, literally.
Have they done any sort of educating?
We never had the internet. Well, use it now, asshole. Get an iPhone. I don't know what to tell you. You can use it.
Things are a little different. So, but he put the thing over us, and in my head, I'm just thinking of bits. I'm like, what do I say when he takes it off? Like, what do I say that he said to us? Is all I'm thinking. He's literally like, take this moment in. This is great. Look at it. You guys here. This wedding.
And he's under there with you, so it kind of ruins the moment. How's his breath?
Fine.
Trapped in.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, breath was fine. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was pretty much a
Close.
Dutch oven
It's
for the mouth.
Enjoy this
Yeah.
moment. You're like, well, you're here.
You must step
with your weird
aside.
lips. Can you get out of here with your weird
Can
skinny
you
lips?
get your foamy yeast?
Oh,
You've got
God.
peanut butter gums, and
now I'm so paranoid.
There's certain words that make you need to hydrate.
Oh yeah, peanut butter lips. That was it.
So then he takes it off, and literally there's a beat before he speaks that I can squeeze it in. I go, guys, Rabbi just pitched me his new app.
That's so funny.
Got a
Get
pretty
big
good laugh
one.
because
Okay.
it got more of a laugh than it probably should have because no one's expecting a joke.
Yeah,
at that time.
yeah.
And then there was one great moment. Is the last thing I'll say, where his mic went out, and Brad's one of my groomsmen, all the way down at the end, and I had already made a joke about how we went from most Asian to smallest person because I had two Asian dudes in my row, and then Brad at the very end for some reason, and so I go, Brad, quick, we need a joke, stall, and Brad claps his hands without even skipping a beat and jumps forward in a great little dwarfy jump hop and goes, two Jews walk into a bar.
Oh my God.
Crushes. Doesn't even finish the
That's
joke.
so funny.
Mike turns back on. I was just like, and Brad, God bless him, came solo. His wife couldn't make it for some reason. So I go, wait. And he's out there just drinking the whole, showed up during the rehearsal and during photos just to hang out, just to be around, cocktail in hand. I go, we're getting solo Brad this weekend. He goes, oh, solo Brad's here. And solo Brad's not going anywhere. It's pretty great.
That's my sister got married in Mexico, and
Awesome.
her guy had the thing so bad. The spit was going every time we opened it. He's like, "Do you take?" And at one point, I saw him look at me. We looked at it, and then her and her husband just started burst out laughing. And I was like, I'm gonna
Laugh
gag.
during?
Oh, it was so bad. It was so
God.
thick and like combined.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna make sure now whoever does officiates my wedding has the cleanest mouth. We actually want Shooter to officiate it.
You should.
We have to.
Great idea.
Shooter McGavin has to MC. Like,
If you have
officiate.
any, and if he can't, get somebody like Jamie Foxx. Shoot for the sky. Why the fuck not? You also never know. Shoot your shot, but also within reason. But also, how do you know he's not free and down? And also, like, I've never done one, and this is the one. How do you know no one's ever asked him?
That would be insane.
And he's also got a lease on life. I saw that speech at the I think it was BET Awards. He accepted his icon. I mean, I didn't realize. I don't know if that was the first time he shared about what had happened to him. I didn't even know what had, but he had like a stroke or a brain bleed that led to a stroke.
Yeah. Because I think he had one special.
Because everybody was like, it was a Diddy party or something at first, and then he had to like squash that rumor.
Oh, please, God.
Isn't it funny that the Diddy stuff is like not even? Like, I feel like there's obviously bigger things happening, but
yeah, I can't watch that.
The Diddy stuff.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Well, it was pee right out. It was like so much pee right out of the gate.
Yeah,
and I was just like, all right, it's probably going to get worse than that. But
maybe go to poo, Susan.
A little bit of poo, yeah. She's getting dry mouth.
She's getting dry mouth. She's
like,
licking. No, I didn't want to call you over here. Go over there. It's too hot. Please, too hot. Thank you.
You ever think about getting another pet?
I do. She needs a buddy. That's why she's starved for attention. She needs a pal. She just lick them the whole time.
You got enough space?
I got space. I'm never here.
Yeah.
It's too much. What's going on with you now? So you're...
I'll go to San Diego this weekend. This will be out. But I mean, it's we have 5 more Phil shows on the road. And then we're going to do one big one at the Wiltern that we're going to announce soon in October.
Yeah, nice. Good.
And then theater tour set for next 2026. So just a shit ton of clubs in the fall. And then a handful in the summer. But more summer stuff is more like... I'm going to go back to Seattle and see my friend's band play the baseball stadium and commentate a Seahawks game and do some fun shit. And we have a few and then Montreal and like a few things. But and then Amanda and I are going to go to Italy and Ireland to just fuck around.
Oh, nice. We're going to Barcelona.
When?
In August.
When?
Are you going to be there?
We're going August. The whole trip is the 25th through the September 4th.
No, we just get back. Fuck, if we saw you guys in Barcelona,
we would have detoured.
Oh my God.
We would have detoured.
We're there I think the 7th or 8th to the 15th.
Of August.
Yeah. Fuck. It was like our only time off.
Good call,
We have not gone on vacation in years.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
man.
dying.
Barcelona.
I've never been.
So I've been to Madrid, but I've heard Barcelona's the spot. But
I want some tapas. I want some sips.
Que lápiz, se lápiz.
I gotta go to
all those girls have
Barcelona.
that. Yeah.
Barcelona.
Yep. And then they go out at like midnight. So you'll take your siesta. Like we would go out at like 10 p.m. and come back at like 3, and that's when they were just getting going. So apparently, so then the next night we went back at like 9, 10, napped, chilled. And then eventually just like you're waiting around to go out at 12 because that's when those clubs
No, I'm
stuff.
in bed.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not clubbing. I'm not grinding.
You don't need to.
My
This was in
knees
college
are
when I went.
fucked.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. Could you imagine grinding someone right now?
No.
The idea of grinding some stranger's dick in the corner of a dark
imagine?
bar,
Yeah.
sticky floors.
People are doing it. Reese Witherspoon did it in that movie, Home Again, with John Raninsky. She didn't grind on him, but she grinded.
She grinded. Wow, that's a deep cut right there. Is that a new movie or something?
It was probably 4 or 5 years ago. It was a Nancy Meyers movie. So, where it's like, Nancy Meyers did It's Complicated, The Intern.
Okay. Like
Something's got to
funny
give, I think.
lady,
It's always,
goofy.
everything's perfect though. Like everybody lives in these unbelievable houses. Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin in It's Complicated are married, and then they are getting a divorce, but then they end up, Meryl Streep has an affair with her husband, Alec Baldwin, because he's now with Lake Bell, and they're having a kid, but he's still in love with Meryl Streep, and they end up hooking up, and then on the side, so then there's a scene where Meryl Streep is talking to Tom Hanks' wife and a few other gals, and she's like, I'm having an affair, and they're like, oh my God, and she's like, with my husband, and they're like, yeah.
Oh, God. You know what? I don't think I can watch that kind of movie.
Yeah. And the music's like perfect for every moment. There's music while Meryl Streep's taking a shit and putting a tampon in. There's like soft. It's just the perfect like road trip music. It's too. And you're like, none of this would ever happen.
None would ever happen. Excited to have an affair with your husband? Yeah, right. You crazy? Ignore this cough. This cough.
Whooping?
No, this is end of another sickness I got from
the road.
A fucking meet and greet.
I was just gonna ask.
I'm not doing them anymore.
Or
You're
wear
gross.
a mask.
You're all gross.
You're all
I don't
gross.
know why my fans are so sick and gross. They're always trying to kiss me.
Gross and too close.
Too close.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh man, I had a guy. I literally had to ask him to step back from me because he literally like. I'm trying to make a joke out of it, so it was coming off like a prick. But I was like, I gave him a hug because he was saying some nice stuff, and then he just stayed in that spot. And I go, we'll just take a. It was as that Phil show, so I was able to like, I go a couple steps back. I go, sitting COVID, but I feel like you got it still, And but I was like, what a wild thing to not have spatial recognition.
There's so many people who just and the touching without asking and the coming up and the like
Putting the fingers in your mouth without asking.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Somebody, I
should have committed to that because you really.
I got really upset.
Can we cut to that and do a slow-mo instant replay on Steph's face?
Because the idea of a stranger's finger, like I'm already getting sick from them just being near me.
How much would it take you though if they said, "Can I put my finger in your mouth?" How much would you? And they said, "Name your price."
I'd be like, "You have to buy every piece of merch I have right here, so I'm taking it home with me."
Right. And then
I
you let them do it?
I have no merch, and I go, "Kidding, put it in." I just secretly want the finger in my mouth.
Wait, but what if they?
Do you ever do that? Are you a finger sucker, toe sucker?
Like, yeah. No. No.
Jefferson put my fingers in his mouth the other day. I was like, get him out. It's a really weird. I don't like that.
That's
pee only.
Yeah,
penis.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a weird porn thing that these are doing. The gagging and the fingers and
the gagging thing. I've never understood. Even I remember when I probably saw it in porn before. Maybe I experienced it, and it's nothing about it is. Nothing about me goes like, yeah.
Gag harder.
I hope you.
I'm gonna barf.
I hope you puke. I mean, what is the goal of gagging is
barfing.
Gagging and barfing.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just you run out of things to do, so or maybe that's first base for some people.
Fingers? Can you imagine?
And gagging.
You left the first date, you're like, bye. And someone's fingers down your throat. That'd be so gross.
And she's just like, you didn't even kiss me. Yeah, I just wanted to see if what you could take.
See if his lips
for
are dry.
date 2. There won't be one.
There was 2 first dates at the Laugh Factory last night in the front row. Odd.
Where did
they were not finding me funny.
How much did you ask, like where they went and what they were?
Yeah, one just met right outside. They just started talking, and the other couple was
that's LA.
You have to though. People are too busy out here.
Yeah.
You can't be mucking around on the apps for so long.
You gotta go outside,
talking.
do it live in the flesh. You and Jefferson met through
at the Laugh Factory.
There you go.
For fuck's sakes. Well, he saw me do a show. Yeah.
Wow. And came up to you.
No, Shooter was there, and I was fangirling over Shooter.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then
shook
he was
his
like,
hand, and Jefferson DM'd me. The whole thing.
Wow.
I love you so much. My favorite story.
Yeah, I met my wife at a comedy club.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I was doing shows at the Tempe Improv in Arizona. Shout out to our boy Matt Coleman, who booked you there shortly after.
Yes,
he saw you on something we did.
I think.
No, our podcast.
Was that what it was?
It was our podcast, and then that happened right after.
Well, thank you for that.
But that like added a extra juice to you because he was like, he was like, now I'm seeing her everywhere.
Yeah, I popped around.
Yeah, and but it was a Sunday night show there, and my friend was dating her friend, and was about to move her up to Sacramento on that Monday. So he was like, let's go to my buddy's show on Sunday, and so then we all went out after. And had some drinks and whatever, and we ended up, making out a little bit and whatever after they left, and then kind of kept it clean, and then kept in touch. And then I was doing shows in Kansas City, and was just like, this was in November when we met, and this is January now, and I was just like, I don't know when I'm coming back to Arizona, but like I'm going to Kansas City, like. The Steelers and Chiefs have a playoff game, and then I have shows. Could be a fun weekend. I'll fly you out. She's like, fuck yeah. Flew her out first. And which I didn't remember, but she brought it up a few weeks ago, and I was like, thank God. And then had a great time, and then actually rerouted and came back here for a few days. Went and saw, I think, Wicked and a movie and whatever, and just kind of did an LA thing.
Nice.
And then her friend and my buddy split up, and then they decided to move to New York or LA in May. And then
so she's with someone this whole time?
No.
I was like,
her friend was dating my friend.
Oh, okay.
And that's how they came to the show.
Okay, I was like,
but they were going to move. They moved the next day to Sacramento in Arizona after that show.
See. Okay, yes.
And so then they moved to LA, and they were living in a studio, working at restaurants in Venice, like right near the beach. And I was like, "What do you do when your friend brings home a guy?" She's like, "Oh, she just sleeps in between us in the bed." I go, "You can stay at my place whenever you want." And so then she would, and then. And I was over in Laurel in Hollywood and had a 2-bed, 2-bath to myself, and I was like, "Please be here." And then it was just, I just felt like taking care of her so quick was like that. I was like, "You're good."
Yes.
So I was like, "Oh, okay, I think I
And how long? So wait, how long did you move in then? How long?
She moved in probably in July. So we started reconnected in May, and then started probably dating maybe end of May, early June, and then she moved in July.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah,
that's good.
it is fast. But
we're 3 months here. Fuck it.
But it
We're
felt
adults.
Yeah, I don't know. It also felt,
and it worked.
I would come back and it's not like she would fucking shit everywhere, and she brushed her teeth in the kitchen sink. Like,
would that be turn off?
No, I guess I did kind of. I was trying to think of weird shit, but it wouldn't bug me. I'm so easy peasy.
Yeah, you guys.
She's the one that's like, but all good stuff where it's like, even putting a dish in the sink with a little bit of food in there, she's like, just clean it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And I do, and I come, and it's like, I want that too, but I'm just, I'm a dude.
You know what? No matter how clean some dudes are, they're not gonna. Jefferson left a pile of pennies today in the bedroom, and I was like, who even has pennies anymore? I think stop making them.
He's making his own soap.
What does he have pennies for? What he's doing? I don't know.
What does he have a stack of pennies for?
And then he has a stack of soda waters beside his bed. I'm like, you chugging soda water in the middle of the night, you psychopath?
Well,
bizarre.
I can at least tolerate that a little bit more than a stack of pennies.
I threw them out. They're in the trash.
Are you?
I got rid of them.
Because I'm thinking like quarters. I go laundry, phone booth.
No.
Cheap strippers. Like, what do you
Pennies. Pile o pennies. I don't know where he's gonna use them. I don't know what he's using them on. They're gone. I think they're from Japan. I don't know what they're trash.
Well, then maybe there's also that. Remember that? I think there's that machine at Disneyland in like old Western Town or whatever, where you put the thing in.
Oh, and it squishes it.
Yeah, and then it puts like a Pecos bill on the front, which is also a waste.
But
like,
you still need $1 to pay for the penny, so you can't even. You don't have enough pennies to make the penny.
Wow. Also, you're gonna take that bucket or that pile of pennies and go to Coinstar?
He's never gonna put him in a plastic bag like a hobo and go to the fucking. No, he's never gonna do it.
That's the only thing I think pennies are for a hobo in a bag.
Yes.
To have it, and guess what? They don't even have a need for the pennies.
No,
they're just like, I'm a hobo. I think I'm this is. I've seen pictures of hobos. They have a knapsack of change at some point.
Yes.
To either fend off hooligans.
Yes.
Or just so that people can go, that guy's a full hobo because he's got the bag of change.
And it's mostly washers and buttons. There's not even pennies in there.
Would you ever, and have you ever pitched up a hitchhiker?
No. Have you?
Thought about it once, but didn't. But I was just thinking of like the guy walking along the street. I've seen guys with the full hobo attire.
Yeah, okay.
And all the accoutrements. But the only time I ever got close, and then we got up close, and he had a just awful looking face. And not like,
well, yeah, you're not picking up a fucking 5-star model at the side of the road here.
That totally.
The guy's face has been run over before.
My point is, he didn't. It wasn't like I was like, ooh, ugly hitchhiker, pass, smash or pass as we drive by at 75 miles
you're
an hour.
You're ugly. Fuck you.
That's what you rolled down. No, it was he was doing this.
Well, yeah,
he was making
a scary murder face.
Yes. You have to at least, if you're trying to solicit a free ride, you have to look like you're not going to stab me in the neck 12 minutes into the ride.
Which I actually hitchhiked once in Toronto with one of my ex-boyfriends. It was so fucking cold. And we were waiting for the bus. And I'm like, fuck, the bus was not coming. I'm like, I can't, we have to get home. So I just stuck my thumb. I said, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, we're getting in a car. And these like 2 younger guys pulled up. I was like, do you guys need a ride somewhere? I'm like, if you can just drop us off at the subway station, that'd be great. And he was like, all right, get in. And then we got in. And he was like blaring rap music and then just dropped us off. That was it. I don't recommend doing that. Now I would never do this. This was like 15 years ago.
But now I also feel like, that feels more dicey than now because now you have, I don't know, you have ways to maybe say like I need help or 911 or tell people your location share.
Yes, exactly.
But I
no
guess
cell phone, nothing.
Wow, that's a roll of the dice.
Do you know when my grandma used to be like, I used to stick my thumb out and go wherever I wanted. I'm like,
I went from California to Reno. Yeah, you were fingered.
What are you talking about?
Every hole was plugged.
Yeah, okay, Gladys. You were fingered pretty. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's how we got around back then. Airplane tickets were expensive.
That's how I met your grandfather. Jesus Christ. Raped you in the back of a
pickup truck? He picked you up? No,
yeah.
It was one of the guys who attacked me in the barn.
Barn?
Well, I had to sleep somewhere.
It was different times back then.
Different times.
God sakes.
Yeah, that was the old it was different times falls into the old the way people used to falsely throw around carpe diem.
Yes.
Or like a buddy of mine told a story. He used carpe diem once, or when in Rome. He used carpe diem and when in Rome about talking to TJ and having sex with a prostitute with no condom. When in Rome, I go, first of all, TJ's not Rome. Second of all, you fucked a stripper. Hey, carpe diem. Stop talking.
No. Carpe, you have AIDS.
Carpe AIDS.
I don't know what to tell you. That's terrifying.
Carpe diem was used by what, world travel? Who used carpe diem? It's like an Italian,
no one
seize the
does
day,
that.
I think it means.
It's like something you put in, you buy at Ross Dress for Less on your fucking kitchen wall.
It's like when people go to Europe and they'll go I went to McDonald's in France. Hey, what carpe diem?
You're like, no.
You got a McFlay? A McFlay? What's a McFlay?
McFlay is a fish?
What's a McFlay?
I think it's a fish thing.
No, fish fillet. McFlay sounds like
Why are they not calling it McFlay?
McFlay sounds like if if Biff from Back to the Future was trying to make fun of Bobby Flay. Hey, McFlay. There we go. All right, keep it in.
Keep it in, Ross. I just had bad fish yesterday. I've been having salmon farts all day.
Great band.
What do you
name.
think is the
Great
worst
band name.
salmon farts?
What would you play in the salmon farts?
Oh, drums.
Awesome.
This fake drum kit that I don't use here. And what do you think are the
Play
worst
the triangle.
farts?
Go ahead.
What do you think the worst farts you've had? What meat?
Oof.
Or what meal have you had recently? Because this salmon has been a problem.
Taco Bell, I think, has never gone through me the way it's supposed to.
I don't think it's supposed to go through anybody the way it's supposed to go through.
I don't think it's supposed to go through anybody.
No,
Let's just leave it at that.
Well, there's no
I don't think it's real
nutrients.
food.
It goes in, to me,
Hot
Taco
take.
Bell goes in and it comes directly out the way it went in.
Yeah.
You're not
Thank God, though,
absorbing.
it bypasses your important organs. What if it's just fucking somehow, you want a gordita stopping off of your fucking
Just
aorta?
hanging out? No. You don't, it's going through
You want it going right through.
Yeah. Well, it's also lubed up. It's juicy. It's oily.
It is lubed up.
It's in and out
It's
like
the
a
Diddy
fiddler's
freak
elbow.
off of fast food.
It's covered in his piss. It slips right in and slips right out.
Wait, salmon farts? I'd probably go, I don't know. I'm not lactose intolerant, so
Okay, so you can.
I can handle
shove
cheese
milk.
and all that. God,
Want some raw milk? Jefferson bought some raw milk yesterday. It's in the
Jesus.
fridge. He's
rather drink breast milk. Why is he
He's
drinking
a farm
raw milk?
boy.
He is, huh?
Psychotic.
Looks like it, sounds like it.
Oh yeah, who drinks raw milk? He's like, you gotta shake it up versus a thick layer on the top.
Oh my
I'm
God,
like,
get
I
back in
want
the
this.
cruise hot tub.
He was in that cruise hot tub.
We went on Heather McMahon's
Oh
cruise.
my God.
The absolutely not with a K. Funny cruise.
It was crazy.
It was wild. It was honestly though probably the best cruise I've ever been on. And
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been on 2 New Kids on the Block concert cruises, also very fun.
Oh,
and a Practical
yeah.
Jokers cruise, absolutely insane in the best way. And one cruise for my friend's bachelor party, which by the way, we ate pot brownies at 6 a.m. as we went back and docked. And I had my callback for the heat that morning, which I'd
No.
forgotten about. Responsible actor. At 11 a.m., I drove a party bus back to the airport, dropped everybody out, dropped the party bus off, got back, memorized my lines at home for an hour,
God.
went over to Allison Jones, did the callback, got the part that day.
That's, you know what? That's how you book something.
I guess.
When you go in, you're not focused on it.
I wasn't as nervous as I should have been because I think I was just so like
Coming down
I
off
need
pot
to.
brownies.
I was like I need to go home and nap or die after
Yeah.
this.
Because you're on adrenaline and you're not
Yeah.
overly focused. So you're
Yep.
just kind of like
Totally.
doing what you would normally do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Wait, so the cruise, there was one moment I remember where, Jefferson, was it
was-
night 1 or 2?
It was.
It was early.
I'll tell you what it was. It was the day we.
I don't think we'd even left the fucking dock yet.
No. We had left. It was the day we went off the boat where you guys organized. Also, I never paid you for that. I owe you money.
No, that was our treat.
No, I was like, I just realized it right now. I owe you hundreds.
Hey,
of
pay me and enjoying your Netflix special.
Okay, thank you. I was like, I just remember right now because you and Becky organized this
Yeah.
like really cool excursion.
We took a boat off the ship.
Yeah.
You have the option to leave, and
Thank God.
and we left to go to. You could like get a moped and get raped, or you could go.
Yeah.
You could go
Almost
to
got that.
You could go to Dave and Buster's or a Jimmy Buffett's buffet.
Yep.
Or Margaritaville, whatever
Yes.
the fuck. There are Billy Ocean cover bands there, and we went to. What was it called? We kept joking about it. Nikki Paris. We kept joking about it. The Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon, the blue crystal clear water.
Crystal clear.
Crystal clear. I
Cold as
pissed.
fuck, but we went in.
I
We
pissed in
smoked
it
joints.
so
We
much.
pissed. We pooed. We had. I think they brought over. There was a little
Bahama
buffet. Bahama
Mamas.
Mamas.
So that's the problem. So we get these free Bahama Mamas. I don't know. There was a turn so quickly. Graham, Rachel's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I talked to him for hours
You don't remember.
about Milwaukee recommendations.
I have news for you. He wasn't even on the ship. You were talking to a coconut tree.
I think I was. We got back to the ship. I was so fucking.
wait.
I do not remember.
You got to lay out the Blue Lagoon a little bit. Don't just skip over the Blue
okay,
Lagoon.
the Blue Lagoon. It's like there's I don't even know what
There's a petting zoo, which is a fucking slave camp for penguins and dolphins.
Yes, we saw people. Yeah,
remember we saw them feeding the dolphins.
And you get raped in there.
Dolphin hopped over the fence and went, help.
They don't want help. They're raping.
Well, no, help me, like they want to be escaped. Like
they are in there. They're having a blast.
Oh, you think so?
They are raping. Look it up.
Wait, the dolphins are raping
the
they tourists?
They're raping the people.
I take it back.
They're
having a blast.
Well, there's nothing else they can do in there.
They're sipping Bahama Mamas.
They are hammered and
fucking Paul from Rancho Cucamonga. Who thinks he's like going to feed them, and they're like, I don't think it's you who's about to be fed on.
Turn around, take your bathing suit off, or it's going to be shoved up your asshole, Paul. I didn't see anything. I was at the bar drinking Bahama Mamas, and I was in the water pissing. Those are the two places I was.
It was honestly one of the most fun parts of the cruise.
It was the best part of the cruise.
Because it was also, we all got off this little boat. We got on a boat, and it was like with other people, and then quickly realized this isn't what we paid for. So then they got us another same boat. Just
same boat.
For ourselves. Though. Fine though. It was literally like a 30-minute detour that was unnecessary. We could have gone with the other people, no problem. But
I liked it.
But we weren't around screaming kids and
yes.
Midwest fatties, and so which is fine to keep the world going round. And honestly, live longer than we do. And fat people have figured it out. Midwest people that are eating McDonald's 3 to 9 times a week. Sometimes I see at my shows and I'm like, how old are you? They're like 87. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You cracked the code.
And they're
Jared.
happy as hell.
You cracked the code.
You know how unhappy I was? I did a workout before you got here. I was sweating. I was complaining. I was screaming. Had a mild breakdown. And then here we are.
You know who's not complaining, but still sweating? Gerald from Des Moines. So he sleeps on a rotisserie chicken.
He is. His skin, he peels it off. He snacks on it for bed. It's salty skin. That actually be good.
And he washes it down with his raw milk and soda water.
Oh, God.
He's like, anybody need my extra pennies?
And he sucks his pennies. He sucks his salty pennies.
His salty pennies.
There's skin tasting pennies.
There is a thing of getting so big that you're just like, it doesn't matter. My body has now adjusted to all the terrible food that I could just suck. There was a girl, I'm gonna say her name, Christina McCulley. I'm gonna say her name. Okay. I love shouting out full names on podcasts. Okay. I've done it many times.
I do it on my own.
And they reach out to me, and sometimes for better or for worse. Okay. I said this one on Santino's podcast. I'll say it again. Caitlin Peck. Went to elementary school with her, high school, middle school. First boobies I ever saw. Camp Ocala, a bumblebee went up her shirt. She was a little more developed in the 6th grade. Some women were developed like a 42-year-old wife in the 6th grade. And good on her. Full on boobs.
That's early.
Bert Kreischer's her shirt off. Boom. Everyone in the camp, cancels included. Tim Taylor double take. And these boobs are flopping around. The bee winked at all of us like, bzz, you're welcome. We bought stock and honey that day because we were so excited to see boobs.
And the bee was just not doing anything. It was just hovering right here.
It just hovering right there. It stayed right there. Yeah. It buzzed away.
Oh, my God.
It's like, I'm going to leave. I hate to be a buzzkill. We're like, and you're funny?
Oh, my God.
So, I'm joking. So then
that was Seinfeld's next movie, the bee movie. That's where it started.
Oh, yeah. That's what that was based on it. Jerry was like, we saw our first dance. So Christina McCulley used to suck the candy coating off of Advils. I remember this in Spanish class.
They taste good. You don't think so?
No. It tastes like Advil.
No, the candy coating.
My taste buds fucked?
Yes. I think they taste good.
Yikes.
But they're only 2 seconds. You could wait to the pill.
Oh, so it's a quick hit.
It's like and then you're done.
For the candy coating.
Yeah, and then you're done.
Didn't know Advil was, by the way, baked in or covered in a candy coating.
It's a light candy
But
coating.
she would literally suck them down in Spanish class, and I'd be like, you're going to have a stroke. You know it's not healthy to drop this many Advil during the day.
Bad.
And she's like, oh, I don't eat them. I just suck the candy coating. And I go, slow it down and say it in Spanish because we're in Spanish class.
Maybe that's why her tits were so big.
No, different girl.
All those Advils. Oh, okay. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of Advil at a young age.
Can you imagine? And I'm like, who told you that? You got my pediatrician. Some doctor was like, I know, Steph, that things are moving a little slow in the tit department. And you go, are you supposed to say it like that? It's fine.
It's fine. I'm a doctor.
So 20 Advil a day.
Tits. You want
to be the mayor of Tit City. You go, please stop saying tits.
Wait, grade 6 you said?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There were a handful of girls. I would say most girls that I remember seeing, because that was
so young.
I think I'm a both guy now. People always used to ask, are you a boob or a butt guy? I was like, you're trying to set me up with like a halvesy mannequin model? I like them both.
Yeah.
But I think definitely when I first started to know I was not gay and be into that, it was like
boobs. I think boobs. Boobs. It was they're like ooh, they're kind of hidden. And
my breast felt I was 14, so I think it was like there was probably. Can you imagine?
Oh my God, do you want to hear something so fucked?
I do love my mom.
You love your mom because you still breastfeed?
I was just joking. I was saying I do love my mom, but if I'd found out that she breastfed me till, I also probably would remember. I don't even remember breastfeeding.
You would remember.
And I love that I don't remember.
Because that means that it was an appropriate age. Look,
yes. Also,
women are going to come at me for this. I remember I used to work at this waiting pool. And this little boy was
used to work at where?
A waiting pool, like these little kiddie pools. And this little boy was so bad. He's a brat. He was always slapping people around. And he'd be like, "Mommy, I'm hungry." And he would run out of the pool.
What?
And he would pull up his mother's shirt.
What?
And his mom was, I'm going to say 55, 56. She looked old.
What was coming out? Orange juice?
He would lift it up and go,
and suck on
the tit and just look at the other
like
kids.
A squeeze it bottle.
It was bad. It was bad.
What the fuck?
I remember it haunting me in a way where I was like, if I breastfeed.
Yeah, thanks for passing on that nightmare. I'm going to be thinking about little Gabriel. What was his name?
It honestly might have been Gabriel. He would stand there and go,
hold on to it like he's at a fucking bus stop.
Like he's drinking a Capri Sun.
Please tell me he'd make small talk while he was doing it.
He would just look around the other kids and then go back and
So have you gone in the deep end yet, Travis?
Just like, Mom, I need the other one. This one's dry. And she was saying, and it was so bad that other mothers would complain to me. They'd be like, "Hey, can you do something?" I'm like, "What am I gonna do? Put a fucking toothpick in her tit?"
Above my pay grade. Sorry.
I'm 16.
Yeah.
I was also like, blah. Like I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm confused.
Wild.
No, there's no way. That seems too long. If your kids are going to remember it and ask for it like that.
Well, asking for it seems like that. Where's
Mommy,
that kid
I'm
now?
parched.
Where's that kid now?
That kid's not doing well.
There's got to be. Yeah, there's no way.
I
don't want to say he's killed somebody, but he's probably in a place where he's like
he's doing something bad.
Like my sister is reconnected with she's adopted. She reconnected with some of her siblings from that she never knew. And we went to go visit one, and I walk in, and there was the classic, just like, oh, you're by yourself. He'd been discharged from, I think, the Army for narcolepsy.
Oh,
and
shit.
so he's getting paid leave, and he's chilling, and so he graciously and generously gave my sister his car for my nieces who were about to turn 16 to have, and I walk in, and it was like he had a video game set up, a real nice video game, like the chair and the headset and all the stuff that would suggest like we should probably check on you a little bit more. But I walked in, and I stepped on cream cheese.
No.
And then slipped on a Pop-Tart.
Stop.
Which then took me into an Oreo cookie slide.
No.
And then maybe elbow went down on some peanut butter. And I stand up. I'm not joking. Hi. I'm not joking. I stand up. Swear to God, he takes a beat. And by the way, this is just the opening entrance, like where the mat should be. It's a fucking snack mat. Another great band that should open for, who was it?
Salmon Farts.
Yeah. And so I look around, and there's like wrappers and fucking candies and chips, oh my. No. And I get up from this fucking Double Dare Willy Wonka fucking candy slide, and I stand up, and he goes, shoes, please. Shoes, please?
Shoes off, please. He wants your bare feet through the cream cheese.
Shoes, please.
He wants you to have a couple of M&Ms.
I let off the biggest unexpected, like, didn't even know what, like, I've never even laughed like that, but it was just like, what? Was like the context. The subtext was like, you fucking serious? Just laugh comes out, and my sister looks at me and goes, like, just please, be nice.
Lick the cream cheese off your pinky toe.
Hilarious, yeah. And so then I take my shoes off, and I start walking around like it's almost like the floor is lava, but the floor is actually sun chips.
The floor is a lot of sun chips. Jesus Christ.
Isn't that wild?
Is he big?
Is he who?
Is he like big?
No, appropriately sized human. And kind enough guy, too.
Teeth rotting out?
Teeth were fine.
Sure
looked like it'd been on for a few days.
Well, it was also covered in Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
This actually leads in perfectly.
Are you sponsored? You have a Jolly Rancher ad?
I wish.
Oh my God! If you were about to get this perfectly, if you're looking to take summer up a notch,
I suck on some Jolly Ranchers and listen to Steph Infection.
Are you a whore that's done sucking cock? We've got the caramel apple is coming back just in time.
You can't get something out of your mouth. Your mom's tits are a little too long now.
Are you a rabbi with
a dry
foam?
mouth? Because it's a body podcast.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to ask people to send in their worst body stories. So I forgot
worst body stories.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like something that's like so disgusting that's like grossed them out or haunted them.
From my own body.
Or like your own story. So this one, somebody said this to me. I forgot.
Great.
Going, please tell me you've heard the Jolly Rancher story.
Don't you love a good organic segue?
That works so well. Okay. Steve and his girlfriend Samantha went off to college in August. She went to Florida State. He went to Penn. So she decided to fly to PA to visit him. He was really happy to see her. So he decided to give her some oral action. He had done this numerous times before, and he always enjoyed doing it. But for some reason, this time she smelled really horrible, and she tasted even worse. He didn't want to offend her, though, because he hadn't seen her in months, so he put a Jolly Rancher in his mouth to cover it up, even though it didn't help much. In the course of eating her out, he accidentally pushed the candy inside of her.
Yeah.
And stuck a finger in to grab it out.
Yikes.
He took it out and put it back into his mouth.
And put in a different flavor.
Only it wasn't the Jolly Rancher.
It was, say it with me, studio audience, a tampon. No?
A nodule of gonorrhea.
We'll be right back.
What a nodule.
A nodule?
A nodule of gonorrhea.
If you're describing, this is the same doctor that tried to prescribe Advil
I'm
and
actually
grow
going
tits.
to gag.
A nodule.
A nodule of gonorrhea.
Can we get the
Here
word
we go.
nodule out of the human?
It's explained. As in the blister-like structure that
Not
gonorrhea
helping.
makes filled with diseased pus was the size of a fucking Jolly Rancher.
Whoa.
And the poor guy bit it. I guess it was really dark in the room. He freaked out and started vomiting all over the place when it exploded in his mouth.
Like a gusher.
It was a fucking gusher.
A nodule of gonorrhea.
I love gushers. You just ruined them for me. He demanded to know what was going on.
I'm going to get a bunch of gushers for my birthday.
Then I have to come Sunday. Your birthday Sunday. So is Jefferson's birthday.
Yeah.
Turns out she cheated
We'll
on
sing
him in
happy
a club.
birthday to Jefferson when he walks in. Give me a heads up. Sorry, keep going.
Turns out he cheated on him in a club like the first week of college and fucked some random guy. Well, this gets rude. And this stupid bitch had no idea what was wrong with her.
Wait, can you imagine? You bite into a knot. So not only are you biting into a nodule of gone, but which sounds like a Harrison Ford movie.
And then he's like,
It's like the new National Treasure.
it wasn't me. It was the nodule of God. And he jumps off.
He's like, I hate snakes. Different movie, Harrison.
Different movie.
You bite into that, and not only it's not even. You didn't even put that gonorrhea there. Another dick. So you
Yes.
find out.
It's not your gonorrhea.
She has to tell you why you're now covered in STD juice because she cheated on you.
And yes.
What's worse? At that point,
I'll tell you what's
you're
worse.
covered in goo, or that your life is not what you thought it was.
Your life is never going to be the same after that. If you bite down on a nodule of gonorrhea,
I don't
your
think you're
life
going
is
down there again. And then you have to tell the next girl why.
Here's the first problem.
She's like, you can just say you don't want to.
I just don't want
You have to make up a story about nodules of gonorrhea. It's a real story.
It's a real story. Yeah, right. This is the problem here. There's a lot of problems. First of all, it's cheating. Hate cheating. I do not condone that. Second of all, the smell. Is it just because I have a big nose? If my pH is off, even a whisper, if it's off -2%, I'm like, something stinks. I know right away I know if I have yeast infection. I know if I have like a bacterial infection.
So how did she not know?
How the fuck are you not fucking smelling that?
How do you also not feel a nodule of gonorrhea inside
You
you?
feel gonorrhea. Your pussy's itchy. The discharge in your underwear, it's unmatched. I haven't had gonorrhea. I just know a lot about it.
Yeah,
but I'm
but
like, the second your pussy's off, there's so many signs.
Yeah, check your undies from time to time.
Time to time.
Or just
I'm
smell
always
down
looking.
there. The same way that, like, remember Sure, Unsure, that deodorant commercial? Check your pits, check your twat, check your dick.
You don't check. When I take my underwear off, I'm looking. I always look there.
Clearly
you never know
not a
what's
doctor.
coming out of
check
there.
Check your pits, check your twat, check your dick. Anyway, that's going to be $47.50. You can pay at the front desk. This Target's weird.
I'm checking. I'm always looking. I always look at my underwear. When I'm getting ready for bed, I take off my underwear.
How
I throw
old
in the
was she?
thing. She must have been young. That's a bad story.
That's also
nodule.
Yeah, that'll deter. Those types of sexual encounters early on too can really fuck you up.
Have you had one that was that bad? Have you ever had like I bit a
body
dick
story.
once and it bled. I was giving a guy a blowjob, and I was like, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? He had like a really dry tip.
Oh no.
He had some weird skin fungus, and his dick like split, and it was
No.
like bleeding.
No.
And I'm so paranoid from AIDS that I was like, oh my god, and I started like making myself puke. I freaked the fuck out, and he was like, I don't have it, I swear. I was like, it was bad. That really ruined it.
It took you a few years, months to get over
It
it.
took me a long time. I still think about that right now.
God damn it.
And I got tested for AIDS 3 months after that. I was
Of
like
course.
paranoid.
I dated a girl once that thought swallowing cum would make you pregnant. Yeah. I mean, I told her that.
She thought that?
Yeah. No.
They're strong swimmers.
And then, let's see. I'd say I mean, I've definitely had the, where I thought I broke it from.
Oh, pounding it.
Yeah.
In a weird bend.
Oh yeah, like bad.
Pyronies.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. When your dick fully, it's like it breaks.
Pain
It's
I
common.
can't even describe.
Oh, pain.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm surprised. Maybe it was just young and I just bounced back literally, but I literally was like
You could have had it.
came out and went right back on. It was almost like maybe it came out and then thigh went on to something, and then it just
that completely.
yeah. And I thought it snapped in half.
Oh fuck!
Terrifying.
You're like, "Ah."
Oh no, I loved it. No, yeah.
You're like, nah, this is now I know what I really like. This is a new fun pain. But you're just saying you have like right now you pulled something.
Yeah, I mean, I pulled my neck, my back, my pussy, my crack, my hammy. I pulled on in Kansas City for Dr. Phil Live. I always enter stage left, and I'm on stage right, and I'm like, because we just walked out that way from the green rooms, and then all the guests and family started walking out to kind of watch the opening of the show, and then there was kind of a way where they could be seen. So I was like, oh guys. And the video is playing, the intro video, so I'm about to go on, and in my head though, I'm like, fuck, I got to get to the other side. And I was too concerned with like telling everybody, and I go, Jack, make sure like they are in a way they can't be seen. I don't want to give away the guests, and you can clearly see from here. And then all of a sudden it's time to go. So I'm like, fuck, I don't have time to run all the way around. So then I'm like, all right, I'm ready for this side. All right, what's the big deal? But I just, you've seen it. Like the energy is fucking wild.
Yeah,
I try to match it. I like, not only am I jacked up for it, but I also like now have kind of like gotten pretty good at like running out and almost like fucking moonwalking across this. I do this run slide almost where I fucking coast a little bit and then jump kick. It's
wow.
It's wild.
In dress shoes?
Yes. It's just supposed to be adrenaline where it just fucking, anyway. And so I do this from the right side now. And it's just muscle memory and not knowing, almost like shooting a layup from the other side of the hoop or with your off arm.
Yeah.
And I just like jumped wrong. And Amanda just goes, this is 43, is what she said. And I'm like, I just jumped wrong. She's like, you're wrong. Yeah. And so I did jump wrong and just felt my whole fucking hammy go like that. And then found out I tore it. And it's okay now, but and then just lifting stuff today, just
Supposed
fucking.
to be resting it though, or use the hammies.
I feel good sitting, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And now, and I'm gonna get some cupping done tonight. For
You're
my
cupping?
Back. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
You love cupping.
Obsessed,
You
yeah.
cupped up? You do it yourself? You get cupped
No,
somewhere?
I got a cup guy named Juan.
Cups, yeah. Can I tell you some other stories? This is so
Pass him on to you if you want. It's unbelievable. And he's also, but it's cupping, it's stretching. He's got like some sort of, not a Theragun, but it's almost like acupuncture with a gun. He does a bunch of stuff, and it's unbelievable. I mean, cupping is that Western medicine stuff.
Cup me up. Are you ready to hear something so fucked up?
No,
this
right.
is okay. This is at the wedding. I heard the story. Apparently, there's this couple, and they were going to get married, and it was like a couple days for the wedding. There's not the wedding went to, not them, a friend of theirs, and the wife was like, "Oh my god, yeah, they both got massages before the wedding."
Yeah,
and the wife was like, "Yeah," or the fiance at the time was like, "Yeah, my massage is great. I mean, at the end it was weird. He he put his fingers inside me, but I guess that's just normal." She waited until almost 24 hours before they were supposed to get married and told her soon-to-be husband, a masseuse, put his fingies in her vagina.
Where? They were at the wedding?
This is right before the wedding. Their wedding.
They were like at the...
They were
where'd she get the massage at? At the...
I don't know.
Okay,
This is crazy.
Wait, I'm sorry. The story...
They got a massage like weeks ago, before the wedding. And then before their wedding, so this is another wedding I was at. I just found this at this wedding.
Oh, I don't know what I would... I think that might...
It's over for me.
It up for me.
If
you
Jefferson
let that
told
happen
me,
and you didn't bring it up...
First of all,
screaming?
letting it happen. If I got a massage...
And they got close
a man is never massaging me.
No.
A woman only.
Always.
If a man's fingers went anywhere from my back shoulders, it went near my anus, or I'd be like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Like I had an osteopath guy tell me that I had nice eyes. I never went back because he freaked me out. And that's like, that's his lips talking here.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I'm like, you're gonna get fingered and leave and go, huh, say nothing.
Something told me that, yeah. Was that? Yeah.
I got fingered by a strange...
My shoulders do feel
Armenian
better.
man. Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, what type of guy was it? I mean,
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
I don't know all the details. I know are that she got fingered Didn't think it was a big deal.
Oof.
Loosely mentioned it before the wedding.
Like before they walked out or what?
Like literally the day before.
Oof. And they still got married?
I think it was postponed. I told this Jefferson, he's like, it would be over. I'm like, of course. If you told me that you went to a massage and got jerked off and came, I'd be like, it's over.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't come. You got hard and got jerked off. That's cheating.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
How do you think fingering is not? Also, this masseuse is getting away with some nasty shit.
That's what is really needing
That's
to be addressed
problem.
here.
That needs to be addressed.
There are the amount of how quickly it is for me to see like those weird massage places when you drive by. Like it's like whether it's like a massage, it's like it's spelled with like 4 G's. Or there's like a weird cartoon character on it. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if that's a rub and tug place. But I just go, that's not a massage empty.
No. I feel like if there's blacked out curtains.
It's not a Brookstone. Yeah.
No.
Or it's next to strip malls is what when you see them.
But some of the strip malls around here are good.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
You're right. I take that back.
Some of these Thai places are amazing up here.
There actually was a Thai place, my first place in LA that we'll go to, and they were great. They were sweet, and I don't know if things were going on, but I never got that vibe. And they do the standing on the back. They have the bar.
Yes, the standing on the back.
And they just were so good that I was like, you're. When they're good, I go, there can be no hanky-panky here because it seems like they're all about the massage.
Yeah. I would be. I cannot believe that I would have pushed the man off, punched him in the fucking face. Your face would have been punched. And then I would have called the police. I mean, like, I was just fingered by a strange man. And then I would have gone, immediately called my husband, had him come, beat the man up after I beat him up. I would have been like, Jefferson, this man tried to finger me.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell's going on here? It's terrifying. It's also like, you're trusting these people.
Yeah.
That's the worst. When you trust somebody and then something like that happens. I don't love the trust thing.
It's how I feel when American Airlines loses my bags.
You know what?
It's the exact same feel.
It's what I feel when United doesn't bump me up to first class.
Do you tweet at airlines?
You're goddamn right I do. Air Canada gets tweeted at every fucking time I fly that. Are you flying Air Canada just for laughs? You probably are.
Probably, yeah.
Don't fucking check a bag. If you do, have all the shit you need in a carry-on. You will not get that bag.
I know,
that bag is not coming to where you're going.
I gotta get global entry too.
Do you need global entry?
You have it?
No.
But
there's no clear in Canada.
Yeah, I know. And
So
waiting in line
there,
when you come back is just...
You're fucked. You're fucked. That waiting line is fucked.
Yeah.
I'll be in Canada during Just for Laughs.
Great. Me too.
But I won't be there. I'll be at a cottage dipping my fat
so you're still going to be there?
I'm in Canada. I'm just annoyed.
Come on and do the Phil show.
Should I just come and just do that?
Well, I'll pay it for doing it so that you make some money.
I'll just come in and be like, hey, I'm at Just for Laughs.
It'd be all. You really should.
I mean,
it's that Thursday.
Also, Jefferson's there. He can play if you need a piano player.
Yes. It's that Thursday. And the wedding's probably Friday, Saturday,
Sunday. Sunday, yeah. We could come.
Yeah.
We're literally there.
We're doing outdoor.
Oh, you are?
Like,
okay.
where I think you can get like 10, 20,000 people out there.
Oh, yeah. It's
so
crazy.
we'll see what we get. But
it rained last year when I did that.
Great.
2 years ago. People still sat there. Hundreds of people sat there with umbrellas.
Wow.
It was crazy.
They just love the fest.
Didn't give a fuck. Wow. People just sat there with no umbrellas like this. Water in the eyes, just staring.
I don't know what it would have to be for me to sit through rain to watch.
Nothing.
Even my favorite band, maybe. But
no, I would my favorite band.
Yeah.
Death from Above, I would. Death from Above, 1979.
Death from Above?
1979, yes. Long
How do they go? What's their...
rock duo from Canada, from Toronto, actually, from East York. Shout out to York. I know I used one of their songs for the beginning of the
Filth Queen out now, streaming now on Netflix.
That's it. Wait, do you have like a weird body story, like a gross thing?
Yeah, I mean, so 8th grade, I was dating a girl. I won't say her full name, but she was my 8th grade girlfriend, and then she broke up with me, started dating a guy that now is bald and racist and makes his own guns.
Wow.
Tomato,
cool
red Romano. But yeah, cool guy. I'd say his full name, but he probably will shoot me.
Yeah, he'll make his own gun. Shoot.
But he used to make a lot of Jew jokes. As like, it was the thing where like once I started doing stand-up and then go back home and we'd see each other at house parties, he'd make a lot of, he was like, this, you'll think this is funny. Like, here's my way of connecting. Hey, my brand of comedy, you'll probably really love now because you do comedy professionally or are trying to. So he'd make a lot of like, yeah, you probably love that because you're a Jew, or like, yeah, I got this bread's half off. You love that. Stuff like that wasn't even funny, or like, hey, do you smell that? I probably thought you would because you're a big Juno. You're just like,
What is this?
So great guy. And so so he told us when we were in fourth grade that his dad invented Little Caesars. We had no way to fact check it, so we were just like, what the fuck? We believed it. He told us he was sexually active in the fourth grade. No way to check it.
Jesus.
Yeah. And maybe I should say his name. No.
Weird thing to say. Why are we doing bragging with that?
Yeah. So then, what was the point of the story?
Bad body thing.
Oh, bad body thing. So 8th grade. So she leaves me for him.
Yeah.
And but I guess he was kind of cool in the 8th grade, 7th grade, whatever. Big dude, and had money, kept her safe. And so she starts. We reconnect after 8th grade in 9th grade and start dating for a little bit. 9th grade summer, and so freshman year, summer after freshman year of high school, and her, myself, and 4 other people were on a camping trip. And all of a sudden, she's just giving me the silent treatment, the whole camping trip, and flirting with a buddy of mine, just out of nowhere. I'm just like, and I was such a good, I guess my one red flag or down thing was that, I wasn't I was always so, I think I just saw the guys that were so, and I don't know if that's anything to do with not having a male influence, but also it's like my dad would have been like, you need to fucking finger him or you need to fucking touch tits. I just was so cautious about being too aggressive with women.
It's good.
Yeah, I just, and my mom didn't even tell me wait to take it out until they ask you for it. It was just assumed information, and I just was didn't want to be too whatever. And it's not like I didn't want to. I just was very apprehensive.
Being a nice boy, how all men should be,
for sure. So then, shout out to Puddin'. And so we're on this camping trip, and she's flirting with my buddy and not talking to me, and I'm all in my head about it, trying to just enjoy myself. Even my buddy was like, dude, I don't know. I was like, are you seeing this? He's like, yeah, dude. It's I tried to talk to her, and she wouldn't really talk to me, or short answers, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I shouldn't be having an emotional fucking breakdown.
Yes,
at
camping.
On a camping trip. We're going freshman summer after high school. It should be the greatest summer of our lives. Yes. To the next step, American Pie. And so then finally we're laying down at the beach, and I'm making small talk, and she's chatting me up a little bit more, and she's laying down, and she had a great body, and she's laying down there, and she's got a mole that's under her left boob, and for me it looked like dirt. I'd never seen it. Never seen it.
Okay.
Seen her boobs. Never seen that. Just fucking, my wife has scripty eyes. We walk in, she's if somebody who's been watching our dogs and the couch is moved or a table is moved, and she's like, fuck, they moved the fucking table. And I'm what?
How did you see
We
that?
just walked in. You couldn't see the fucking dildo chandelier that I ordered off Amazon that I was trying to surprise you with. And so she sees that. So I just never saw it. So I lean over and I see her was laying down. I go, you got a little dirt right there. And I start trying to pick it off. And I'm just sitting there, and she's in silence, just laying like that, just letting me do it. And I'm like, oh man, she's not just picking off at this mole right on her boob. And then she just goes, that's my mole. And I go, well, it's not coming off, and try to just commit to the bit, because now I know.
Yes.
And then she just kind of went like that, leaned back, and then I kind of rolled over and flipped over. And then I was like, you got another one on your butt? No. And then she flipped over, and then just that. Now she didn't truly.
Well, now you're done.
Yeah, slept in different tents that night.
So that was it.
That was a wrap, yeah. And then shortly after that, I think I just was like, this isn't working out. And she was like, you're right.
You're right. You tried to pick my mole
And then
off.
she dated another friend of mine, and now they're married with 4 kids.
Really?
So, Shabbat Shalom.
I wonder if she still has the mole.
Probably.
Why would she let you pick it for that long?
These are the questions.
It's a bizarre thing.
And
right away, someone touches the mole. I'm like, that's my mole.
And it's so funny. Her and her husband came to see a show of mine that I did probably 5-6 years ago, and made a night out of it and got fucked up, and it was it was fun to see him and all that. But she kept bringing up to my buddy, we're not really keep in touch anymore, but how we dated, and he was like, yeah, she brings it up a lot and claims you a lot as a famous guy that she jerked off or whatever. And I'm like, she barely did that.
Yeah,
just for you
you
should talk to the racist Papa John fucking
the gunman.
The gunman,
his
because
gun was jerked off.
He got basically he got to see the Beyond part of Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, I just got to see the old fucking
the towels
mole,
at the check stand and the mole, the tip mole. But yeah, today I got a DM from a girl who said, you used to work at Winners, right? Winners is the Canadian version of Ross. Dress for Less. It sounds like the Canadian version of Hooters.
It'd be called Losers. So I opened this up, and I was like, oh my God. She's like, you, and I was like, yeah, I did work at Winners. She's like, you worked in the home department. I was like, yes, I did. I forgot that I worked in the home department. So I was thinking today, I'm like, the special's out. I'm interested to see what disgusting pigs I fucked come out of the woodworks. what gross men that I've jerked off over the years are gonna be like,
Should get on a big
I
Zoom.
fucked her. Or one guy
yeah.
guy DMs me, he goes, hey, nice to see you blowing up. Remember that night we fucked in Miami? And I was like, huh? And I open my phone, I go, I never fucked you. And he goes, yeah, Miami. I go,
Whoa.
I've never fucked anyone in Miami.
Steph, that's
I didn't
wild.
fuck you. And he's like, are you sure? Then you have a doppelganger. And he goes, it was at this bar. And I was like, that wasn't me, man. And he goes, oh shit, my bad. There's a girl who looks exactly like you. It was so fucked
Who
up.
are these phantom fuckers out there?
I don't know.
Wait, by the way, oh shit, my
also,
bad.
you would remember fucking me, asshole.
Yeah, you fucking
Come
piece
on.
of shit. Come on.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up. It's been an hour. It's an hour. We love an hour.
Flies by. We love an hour.
Thank you, Adam
Filth
Ray.
Queen, Netflix. Go see it. And while you're there, go watch the Dr. Phil live on
Please.
Netflix. But watch Filth Queen 5 times, leave it on, and go into another room, turn on Dr. Phil live.
Yes.
Or Dr. Phil Unleashed. They made me change the name of it because you couldn't say live on Netflix.
Really?
So we changed it to
Okay.
Unleashed.
Okay,
Which
okay.
sounds a little more unhinged
Hey, it's
anyway.
crazy.
Unleashed. What's going on this show?
Filth Queen and then Unleashed.
Wait.
and
So
go follow you. You have so many fucking
Adam Ray
tours coming
Comedy
up.
on
Yes.
Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and then AdamRayComedy.com. There's 5 Phil shows left. We'll be announcing the Wilton one, and then all my stand-up dates at AdamRayComedy.com.
Yes.
Podcast about last night. My specials on YouTube. Like and subscribe. I think that's it. And then all the Dr. Phil lives are on YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube.com/AdamRayComedy. Go watch Steph's Toronto episode. It's
Please.
brilliant.
And watch my special.
Filth Queen.
It's on right now.
Wait, did you do a sketch before it?
Oh, yeah. And it's the best part.
Whoa.
My cold open's the best part of the whole fucking special.
Awesome.
It's insane. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.